Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So real quick, if you find this video enjoyable or helpful, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I've done many reviews and products here on the channel, and well, today we're going to do a deep dive into a new keyboard that has a ton of functionality, the ROG Strix Scope RX. I will timestamp on each part what we discuss, so if you need anything specifically, let's run down what I'm going to cover. First, we're going to cover what's in the box. We're going to do a keyboard sound test. We're going to talk about the ROG RX optical mechanical switches. We're going to do Aura lighting review and highlights. We're going to discuss core functionality and keys, overall impression and cost, and of course we're going to talk very briefly just about the software itself. So let's discuss what is actually in the box. I mean, the box is actually really straightforward. Inside you got a nice little protective covering of the keyboard that's kind of wrapped up. It comes with nice sticker branding, warranty card, and a little quick start guide. Obviously, as you can see from the keyboard itself, it comes with two wires that come jutting out from the keyboard itself. One is for the lighting and the keyboard functionality, and the other is for the USB slot. Now, let's do a quick sound test of the keyboard, as I know everyone's always a fan of them. I'll start with the space key. Then AWSD. Then the enter key. And now just a mix mash. Now the switches are ROG RX Red optical mechanical switches that are first of its kind and developed by ROG and Asus. They have a 1.5mm actuation point for lightning fast inputs. That's the overall goal. An additional force of 40 Gs prevents accidental and goes all the way up for 55 G force for perfect rebound feedback. The ROG RX Red switches, as we know with most Red switches, is to help support fast input, specifically when gaming where every millisecond matters. This feels dramatically different compared to a brown switch or a blue switch. You feel right away how much less pressure you need to put on the keyboard. It feels like it kind of glides, but I do notice that rebound time just in case you have an accidental push, but also can kind of feel the input itself. It doesn't click though, again, like a blue switch. They have a slightly different feel from the Red keyboards that I've used in the past, especially the first generation of Red switches that I can remember, just maybe thinking 10 years ago. I can still hear the pressure and feedback like I was mentioning, and they don't feel as mushy, which is a positive because I've always been not a fan of Red switches, but I'm really liking the new iteration, how things are changing to make them feel more in line with something that would help gamers specifically. Again, they bolster the keystrokes, they have a 1 millisecond response time, and they have 100 million keystroke lifespan. So that is a positive. I utilize this in game, and I will admit I love knowing the response time is there. It's good to know having the quality behind the grind. Shaking the keyboard around, obviously it's wobble free, so that's also positive and definitely expected from a keyboard of this caliber. Now, as a favorite with Asus products is obviously the lighting, specifically the Aura effect. We have ROG on the upper right hand lighting and the backlit keys across the board. Also, the number in which the mode you have to put in is present. Currently see it listed as 1. We have a ton of custom lighting going on, which is the Aura effect itself. Even in the software, you can see you can change the lighting if you like. It comes with a ton of presets, so you don't necessarily need to utilize the keyboard, and I've been kind of showing it throughout the whole video itself that you can change the overall lighting, and it's got a lot of nice presets. I know it's got rainbow, it's got ones where it reacts just based on the keys that you press. You can go dark if you like, you can go brighter, lighter. There's so much you can do in terms of the lighting in the keyboard, and it's a lot of fun to utilize. Now, obviously on the keyboard, you can see there are labels on the lock, macro, and so forth, which we'll cover in just a moment. So as we dive deeper into core functionality, there's an alloy top, which feels very pristine. I love when they have this finish on keyboards because it really helps them last. There is a USB 2.0 pass-through of the keyboard for the device charging and also for external storage. I saw there's an extended control key, which is helpful. It's good for if you use it for ping, crouch, or keybind. You know that placement because it does kind of move the keys and it takes a moment to adjust where you place your hand. It's not a big deal, but with any change, it is good to notate. There is a nice reset key that minimizes your screen. That is pretty cool overall, but it's a nice click of a button there. Also in the top row, you see the multimedia keys. Now there are a ton of keys that adjust for the lighting, mode, lock. You need to press the function key itself to activate it. So you press FN, and then you can do whatever specific task that you see on the keyboard itself. So what I like about that is the fact that it helps keep the keyboard minimal. Obviously, as you start adding multimedia keys and everything, it starts to expand the overall size of the keyboard and gets larger and larger and larger. So this is a good way, even though this is a full-fledged keyboard, I definitely would prefer 10 keyless most of the time, but at least this tries to keep the keyboard as slim and minimal as humanly possible. This is a fun keyboard and a great addition. It comes at $129.99. Real quick, let's take a look at the software. So obviously, in addition, you need to download it using the Asus Armory. I put a link down in the description. It takes a few minutes to install, and you're going to see like the command prompt kind of pop up every once in a while. But once it's done, you can program macros, new lighting, and really add anything and everything under the sun. You got profiles you can set up, can make it so it engages with specific games if you like. Like I mentioned before, you can record a macro. So if you don't know what a macro is, it's a set of keystrokes that when you press something, then it activates that. So if that's kind of what you're into, that's your bag, maybe for playing Minecraft and you're pressing the same keys over and over, maybe a macro might help if it's a single player game. Don't really use them in multiplayer games personally. Obviously, you want the skill level to be the first and foremost, but this can definitely help in terms of you're just on that consistent daily grind on something that's just very tedious. It can be pretty light in your hands by saving time on that front. I recommend coming in just playing with it with a keyboard. You're not really going to mess anything up. I mean, you can always just turn off the software and you kind of have the default there. It does have onboard memory, so it does remember the things that you do save on the keyboard itself. And then of course, the biggest thing, you can sync it all to your devices. So I have an Asus motherboard. I can sync it with the lighting on that front if I would like to, as well as my other stuff that I have that is Asus. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time.